What's up guys, TKF. I hope you enjoyed the new intro. That was pretty cool, I thought. I love the music. The music, by the way, in case anyone's wondering, is Technical Difficulties by Paul Gilbert. Make sure to check it out, it's a really cool song. Anyway, yeah, the intro took me quite a while, so I'm pretty glad I got that up. Anyway, moving on. Now we have a battle against FireHeart, which is actually an awesome battler. It's kind of like the me versus the Goliath score kind of thing. It's like a friendly rivalry. I haven't beaten him yet, but let's go ahead and take a look at this video and see if I manage to beat him. So we're both using pretty unique pokes. I'm still using my like team, but I've actually swapped a few things out. So I go into my G-Dose as my lead, which is really strange for me. I don't usually do that, but yeah, I figured I'd give it a go. So he's gonna go ahead and put the reflect up because I've got no EVs and speed or anything. He's gonna outspeed me. I decide to put up the sub, and he's gonna go for the ice beam, and I'm really not too worried because I know this will not take my sub away. So I'm just gonna go for the dragon dance, and I'm sure many of you have seen me do this before. So I'm gonna set up my D dance sweep Gyarados, which is pretty cool. Now I'm faster. I'm gonna be able to set up 2 in a row for when he takes my sub away, which is sweet. Because that means I don't have to take damage in between setting up my sub and whatnot, so crits or freeze hexes won't get in the way, which is awesome. So I'm also running lefties on this G-Dose, obviously, just to give me a bit of backing support while I get my sub up. Excuse me. Just 8. That was not good. Yeah, so I'm just going to keep DDing. I think I managed to get 4 up in total because of reasons which you'll see in a minute. So he's going to keep ice beaming with his Clefable, which is actually a tank. It's pretty cool. So his reflect wears off, and I should have noticed that and just attacked. Oh, I did. Okay, that was cool. Yeah, so I'm going to attack his Clefable, and it's going to do a rather nice amount, I guess. I mean, I would have been happier if it killed, but what can you do? I think I made a bad play here. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, I went for the substitute when really I should have just gone for the waterfall and subbed up next turn. But I'm thinking I want to keep my sub out for when the next poke comes out, so I got a bit of protection in case it's faster and it toxics me or something. So I go for the waterfall, and that's obviously going to KO the Clefable, which was starting to get in the way a bit. I know those things are great walls. I was fearing it was a belly drum set, but it's not, so I was quite happy. So he goes into a Machamp and then double switches into a Yuxi, and I was really surprised. So I go for the waterfall anyway, and yeah, it's not going to do that much to Yuxi. It's a great wall. So I go for the next Dragon Dance to hopefully get some really cool damage on this thing, and it puts out some rocks which do kind of screw me over later on quite badly. I go for the Ice Fang, just hoping for the freeze hex or something, and turns out that last Dragon Dance really did make a difference. So he gets the reflect up, which sucks, a waterfall again, and because of that reflect, that screwed me later as well. See, it lives on at 1 HP, so it U-turns, which will break my sub, and he's going to go back to Jordan, which does suck for me. So now he sends up Machamp, and this is where I get pissed, because I think this was game changing. Along with other stuff, I think these next few moves were really game changing. So he goes for a dynamic punch and gets a crit, which don't think it mattered. I think it would have taken my sub away, but I go for the waterfall hoping that I can OHKO it, and obviously I don't, which sucks. I should have got the other DDs up, and he dynamic punches, and this was just ridiculous because he gets another crit, which was game changing because there is no way he would have been able to take my Gyarados down like that. So I get another crit. He switches out now into Yuxi, just in case he doesn't want to fodder his Machamp. I hurt myself in confusion and I die. So that sucks. But anyway, I send in Lolgasm to finish up here with the Yuxi. But he switches out and goes into a T-Tar, and I'm thinking substitute Focus Punch or something. So I go for the Fake Out just to prevent that from happening. And I made a bad play. I predicted the straight up Focus Punch, and I forgot to take into account the sub. So I switched too early into my Miss Magius. I should have stayed in one more turn, but I didn't. I think that could have really gone in my favour, but I didn't anyway, so that's my bad luck. So I think I get extra. I mean, this was probably game changing. I call it payback for all of the crits that he got. But anyway, he Stone Edges and it misses. That becomes quite a regular pattern, as you'll see in a moment. So I decided to get some Calm Minds up because I just want to be able to do enough damage to break this sub out. And yeah, he misses another Stone Edge, which is payback for both crits. And I'm going to go for a Shadow Ball just to try and break the sub. I know it's not very effective, but I'm thinking it might do a bit. But it doesn't. He goes for another Stone Edge, and that misses, and I call that tax for the crits. So now I have payback and tax. So I go for the Calm Mind again, because I really want to get this goddamn sub out of the way. He goes for the substitute expecting the Shadow Ball, but I don't. I Calm Mind instead. So that would have been a good play had I gone for the Shadow Ball, but unfortunately I didn't. So he goes for the Stone Edge, and that will take away my sub most definitely. So I'm really not I'm really indecisive about what to do at the moment. So I decide to set up a sub in case I get the crit on the Stone Edge or something, and he goes for the Stone Edge and it misses, and I call that insurance. So now we have payback, tax and insurance. So I go for the Shadow Ball because I know this will definitely break the sub, which it does, which is awesome for me. And he's going to go for the Stone Edge, which is going to take out my sub. And now I'm thinking, alright, he's bound to sub up, so I'm going to get some damage on this because this might be my only chance to attack it without a sub. So I am going to go for the Shadow Ball, and I don't really care how much it does, but I would like it to do enough so that it can't sub up again, but it doesn't. And he goes for the Stone Edge. I was predicting him to go for the sub, so that was a really great play on his part. That did take out my Miss Magius. I think that could have saved him from a lot of problems. So I go into Moo Moo now, which is really strange because I know that's coming. But I Seismic Toss, and I took my eye off the screen for a split second, so I didn't see what happened here. Oh, of course, I hit it and it lost its focus. Okay. Yeah, so that happened while I wasn't looking. I should have been paying attention. Anyway, he leaves his T-Tyrant for fodder, and I go for the Seismic Toss just to kill it off. He knows there's nothing he can really do there. I mean, my Mill Tank does stand strong in a lot of games for me. It has won me quite a few games, actually. So he brings out his Machamp now, and I switch into Big Bird expecting the fighting move or something. And he goes for payback. I was like, dude, that's going to do like nothing. I was extremely wrong, as it does everything, and nearly takes out my Zapdos after the Sandstorm, which sucks. So basically I'm just praying to the Greek gods that I'm faster, and for some strange reason I am. So I managed to get my Roost off, and that's going to bring me back up. Now Marumo, if you're watching this, that is proof, man. I just used Roost, and as you'll see, something quite strange happens. If you watch my previous video, you'll see that I Roost, and Stone Edge is not is normal effectiveness. It's not super effective. So anyway, I'm going to go for the Roost again. So that is the second Roost I've used right now. And this is really quite surprising. I was really confused, because it's blatant in my other video that it's just normal effective. And he goes for the Stone Edge, and it's super effective after like 2 or 3 Roosts, which I did not understand. And of course that Heat Wave misses. Which was game changing, because if that had a hit, it wouldn't have killed, it would have put Heracross in Swarm, it would have killed Big Bird, I would have gone into Lolgasm and faked him out and killed him. So that was probably game changing as well, which sucked. I mean, things started to go badly for me, and then it looked like it was going to get better, and then it just basically got a shitload worse. So he switches into Scizor, which is great because I go for the T-Wave, and if there's anything I want T-Waved, it's that. So it's, yeah, I completely lost track of thought then. Anyway, this is going to take better to upload. I Seismic Toss the Scizor because I'm thinking Sword Dance, because obviously it's not going to attack me. It gets Power Hex, which is awesome for me because I bloody hate Scissors just as much as Jirachi's. I really do. It just annoys me. It's, hey dude, can you get me Jirachi? Yeah, I'll get you a Jirachi. What happens every time I face people with Jirachis? They use them on me. Pain in the ass. I'm not putting anyone at individual. I'm actually talking about somebody from a Chat and Go website. Anyway. That's actually from a Pokemon forum, which is pretty cool. So he goes for the Bullet Punch, again, game changing, because that was so, oh no it wasn't, sorry, my bad, I thought that was a crit. So yeah, I Seismic Toss his Scizor, and it lives with like 10 HP or something stupid. So of course it's going to go for the Bullet Punch, and I make a epic move. I go into Yuxi because I know it's got a Bullet Punch, I know it won't do, I know it won't kill, and I know he's got to go X Scissor next turn, which means I'll be able to outspeed it and kill it. Of course, he gets the game-changing crit. I believe that was the most important move in the game. I think if that not had critted, it would have been very much different. So he knows there's nothing he can do here with the scissor, so I fake out. And I just want to say I'm really annoyed about that because he's power hexed, so he could have got power hexed. I mean, it didn't have to crit, and it did. I made a really good prediction, and I get screwed. So yeah. And that Heracross, I believe, is Scarfed. It is max speed and it is max attack. So that is an awesome Heracross you got, dude. There, well done. That is amazing. So I send in my Miltank because it's the only thing I got left. I'm not sure if I can outspeed it or not. And it's Scarfed, which I find out after the battle, which means it will take me out. So great game, dude. I haven't beat you yet. I will beat you. Maybe. We'll see. Practice makes perfect. Like I said, I've only had my Wi-Fi for like 3 weeks. But yeah, really, really great game. I'm glad to be posting it. So guys, please go and visit his channel and sub him up. And sub if you want more Wi-Fi battles, and comment and like. Please comment on my new Wi-Fi intro, by the way.